It's incredible. I've started to speak and then there's something that does some noise outside. I'm about to give up, okay? So today I want to be talking about body dysmorphia or body dysmorphic disorder. I'm sorry about the noise that is coming from like my house. I apologize me for that. Bear with me, okay? It's not that bad. So I want to talk about body dysmorphia, and I didn't search anything about it right now, but I've searched this like not later on before. Okay, but a long time ago I had a lot of issues with body dysmorphic disorder, and today I've decided to just make a video talking a little bit about it because it may help. So before I start, I'm gonna talk a little bit about me, like how does it affect me, and I'm not gonna go really deep on the reasons of that, but I'm gonna tell you that I suffer bullying at school when I was a kid. I was kind of like chubby and tall, and then they make me feel like I was a monster. So I grew up having this kind of like image of myself where I really thought I wasn't exactly what I should be. I grew up feeling like a weirdo, and that's kind of like shit to do especially when you're a teenager. Anyway, so I think body dysmorphia hits me really hard. Like it started to hit me truly when I was 12 years old, and I had these problems coming and going during this time. Like since I'm 12, I'm quite sure, and I've started to be really worried about it. And when I was 14 years old, I finally got a camera, and that was the worst thing I could ever done in my whole life, because maybe not, right? I mean, I don't know, but at the time it was, because I was in all of my teenager time, and I was just like, at the time I didn't need to know that I was the way I was. So I was really upset at the time. I didn't want to leave my house because I thought if I leave I would scare people who were around, who were outside, and that was really shit to like think, you know. So I grew up, I have this problem. I guess any teenager have problems like anxiety and depression when they are kids, because it's basically what we are up to when we are a teenager. So that was me, you know. I had this problem growing up. Yeah, during this time when I was like 14, 15, 16 years old, and even 17, I had this problem with myself, but I didn't want to like face that, you know. Every year you just get worse, and I was just like, oh no, I have nothing, it's okay, I just don't need to see myself. The only way you can get out of a problem is facing it, you know. It's facing it. You can't run away from this anymore, you have to face it. And what made me face that was my prom. You know, I was in the last year of high school, I was 17, and we got our prom, and I was pretty much, I want to go to prom and everything, and I was so insecure about myself. I didn't wear shorts, I didn't wear dress, I never wear dress, and I never wear anything like this, you know, because I was ashamed of my arms, and I was so anxious. I remember I went to my prom, I was so upset with everything, to have to wear a dress and all of this stuff. And I remember from that I decided I'm changing it, okay? I'm changing it. And talk about my experience is quite hard because I had help from my environment, but now I need to help you guys. I feel like by someone that has gone through that and still go through that. I'm not gonna lie, it's not like I get over it and I never feel bad about myself anymore, but I feel way better than I felt when I was a kid. Body dysmorphic, unfortunately, is a chronic disorder. It doesn't have any cure, but you can wear some tricks to live okay with that. As I said, face the problem. You're gonna say, I'm ugly, so what? You don't will hurt anyone by not have the same appearance of someone who's considered the prettiest woman in the world. Like, why is it bad? You know, is it in your hands to change that? Well, if it's not, then there's nothing too much to do but accept that. When you find out that you have body dysmorphic, because I've never heard that term before, and I saw this in the video, but when I find out it, I was like, okay, maybe I'm not that monster as I see myself, and maybe that's just the disorder that are making me see that. And when you realize that, you won't be like, oh, I'm pretty. You just will be like, I don't like myself, but it's not my fault. It's the fault of this disorder, you know. The second tip I had to give to you guys is to listen to people who are around you. And I know a lot of times people do sort of negative comments, and mainly of the negative comments are people being bitchy. They're not exactly wanting to point at, but they're wanting to hurt you, and they know how. This comes together with creating a thick skin about it, because as I said, when you accept that and you say, I'm ugly, so what? You be like, the person can come to your face and be like, oh my god, you look horrible, and you be like, yeah, so what? No, if someone tells some good thing from you, you have to stop thinking that it's a lie, that they are lying to you to make you feel good about yourself. It's not a lie, okay? It's perspective. If someone tells you that you look beautiful, it's because by their views, you look beautiful. And that doesn't exactly mean that you are beautiful, or it doesn't exactly mean that they're lying. It means that we as a human has a lot of different kinds of views about stuff. And that's a better way to face compliments than just brush off and be like, oh my god, they're lying to me because they want me to think that I'm pretty, or all of this stuff. It's another tip I have to give to you guys about this is try to see beautiness in a different way. Why do I say that? Because we grew up and everyone owns one day I have this vision, and that was so mind-blowing for me, that everyone has their different word. Everyone has their own word. So it's like the patterns you have from yourself won't be exactly the patterns from other people.